Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas. My name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website YarnAddict.co.uk. And welcome to another episode of Vlogmas. I've lost track of which episode this is and I forgot to check before I started filming. It is Wednesday the 14th of December. I should have been at Pilates now, but the Pilates teacher messaged us all last night and said that she wanted to cancel today's lesson because it was forecast very icy cold weather overnight. I don't know whether snow was forecast or not, but we did actually get some snow, which is very rare where I live. We don't get snow very often. Some winters we can get reasonable amount, or at least a couple of days with a reasonable amount of snow. Some winters we don't get any at all. But we had a light dusting last night. Now in Norway, I'm not sure whether we would call it snow because it wasn't that much, but there is definitely snow on the ground. And sometimes I see people saying, oh, we've had snow, and I'm like, no, that's just a hard frost. But it was actually snow online. I just keep looking up on my computer because I am waiting for a video I've just edited to save, and it takes a bit of time, and if I do stuff on my computer while it's trying to save, I find that quite often it fails. So I thought while I wait for that to save, I would do my advent calendars and start this Vlogmas video. So I'm going to do the Orchidean Luxury Yarn advent calendar first today, because I always seem to do the other one first. So what day did I say it was? 14th. So yesterday was that colorway, and then today is another blue. Looks very similar. Okay, let me just take it out carefully because there is, oh, there's a stitch marker in there as well. So it is very, very similar to yesterday. Yesterday's probably had a little bit more green in it, so that's a little bit more blue. Let me just pop. I want to keep them in the right order so that when I eventually come to do a project with it, I know which order to knit them in, so that's why I'm putting them back in their little numbered bags. And there is a stitch marker in here as well. So let me just get that one out. Oh, that's pretty. It's a stitch marker that kind of matches the yarn, so that's very nice. I've actually got a little pot that I put all my stitch markers in. I was just putting it in the, there's like a little, almost like a tray thing in my phone stand, and I was just popping it in there, just checking if my video's finally finished saving, but it hasn't. So that was Orchidean Luxury Yarn. So now let's do botanical yarns. So yesterday was that colorway and today is that one. So yeah, there is a difference. Very, very little difference. Yeah, there is slightly lighter. I think it looks like more like there's more of a difference on my phone screen than it does in person. So obviously going with the same theme as before, getting lighter and lighter. I liked last, so day, was it day 7 to 12 colorways, which were purple. I really liked. This kind of week's colorway I'm less keen on, I would say, but we'll see how it all looks when we're finished. So plans for today is to finish this video, to finish saving. Very cold again today. I'm fed up with this cold weather now. The house is just so cold. And I actually didn't sleep very well last night, so I got up a lot earlier than normal and turned the heating on. So the heating's actually been on for a couple of hours longer than normal, I think, and it's still cold. I'm fed up with wearing hand warmers all the time. Bit of thick jumper on today, but I'm just fed up with this cold weather. Hope it warms up a bit for Christmas. My video is still not finished saving. Anyway, I haven't got a lot of stuff planned today because I should have been at Pilates now. I need to pop into town to collect a parcel, but very icy out there, and we live at the top, on the top of a hill, and going down a hill because we're in a cul-de-sac, so you don't get a lot of cars going past here, so the road tends to stay icy all day, and then we get down right to the bottom of the hill, then we have to go up the other side so it tends to be very icy. I walked the dog this morning, and when you're on the main roads it's not actually too bad. But I'm working on a design for a magazine at the moment. My sample knitter knitted most of it, but she ran out of yarn because I'd miscalculated how much yarn I needed, and the yarn, because of Christmas and Royal Mail strikes and things, took a week to get here. So it finally arrived yesterday, so I've started finishing it, and I've nearly finished all the knitting, and then I've got to steek it. So I'm planning to do that this afternoon. I'm going to film it, but that video won't be released till the magazine comes out, which won't be until probably like March, April, I think. So I can't share that in today's Vlogmas, unfortunately. I haven't steeked anything for a while, so I'm slightly nervous about it. Even though I teach steeking, I still get slightly nervous, and my video has finished saving, thank goodness. So that means I can get on and work on my newsletter till lunchtime. I've changed my newsletter provider. Last week I did it before I sent out last week's newsletter, but I sent out last week's newsletter using my old provider, but I want to cancel it because it's got very, very expensive, and I just hope I cancel it early enough so I don't have to pay for January. And because I've already signed up for this new service, I've got to get that all set up and running and cancel the old one so that I'm not paying for two in January. So I managed to export all the list of names over last week, which was a relief. So now I've just got to set up a template. I gave up on that last week because it was going to be too time consuming. So that's what I'm going to work on for the next hour until I have lunch. So I'm ready to send out the newsletter tomorrow. This vlog will probably go over more than one day because I can't imagine doing anything much that I can actually share today, because I'm mostly going to be working on this steeked project this afternoon. So yeah, unless it starts snowing again and I can go out for a snowy walk this afternoon, maybe. If it started snowing again, I would consider going out for a snowy walk, but we'll see. I don't think it will. Although it does have that look that it might snow, but probably not. Anyway, I will see you later. Good morning. It is Thursday 15th. Excuse me, it's Thursday 15th. Apologies for the printing. I just started printing a workbook. I'm doing a online planning course session in about 10 minutes, and I just started printing the workbook, and I thought I would just quickly record this before I log on. So let's just quickly look at the advent calendars. I may have to record this afterwards, we'll see. But this afternoon I'm actually going to Plymouth. So this is today's Botanical Yarns advent. So it's a little bit lighter than yesterday's. Not a huge difference. A little bit lighter. So yeah. Kind of once you've opened the first of the row of 6 windows, it's kind of a little bit predictable because it goes in the same kind of fade. It just goes lighter and lighter. So Orchidean Luxury Yarn, that was yesterday. So are we still going for blues? I think we might have a couple more days of blues. Oh yes, we have. Another blue, a little bit brighter than yesterday, but not a massive difference. So we've had blue now. We had 3 greens, one that was like a turquoise, and we've had 3 blues. So we'll see what changes after today. I've just put it back in. I might just take my camera off and just show you what it looks like so far. I have got my knitting. It's cold today. My office is actually not too bad today because it's sunny, so the sun's shining in, so that's warming my office up. But it was so cold downstairs that I made myself a double hot chocolate in my new Hotel Chocolat velvetizer, because this is quite a big cup, so I made myself 2 cups in here. It's a lot of hot chocolate. It is dark hot chocolate with mint, peppermint, and it is made with not coconut milk, with oat milk, which I haven't tried before. So I made that to keep myself warm because I'm doing this course for an hour and a half. It is sunny today, so it's not too bad in my office. Actually, my office is probably the warmest room in the house. So I'm going to do that course. I don't know how much writing there's going to be and how much listening there's going to be, but I do have my knitting here just in case. Got my hand warmers on. So I'm just going to wait for my workbook to finish printing, and then I will log on and join this course, and might try and film a bit from Plymouth this afternoon. I like to have something quick and easy in the freezer that I can just get out and defrost every day and microwave for lunch. And because it's very cold at the moment and I've run out of my last batch of vegetable curry, I'm making a new one. So in my slow cooker I put in a tin of chopped tomatoes, a tin of coconut milk, some spices. I think I put cumin, curry powder, chili. I need to put some pepper in, loads of garlic, and then I put some brown rice, and then I chopped up to put in aubergine, onion, peppers, courgette, and sweet potatoes. So just stir all that up. I'm going to leave that cooking. Hopefully in a couple of hours when I want to have lunch it'll be cooked and I can have a nice warm lunch, and then I'll portion everything else up in portion containers and freeze it, and then when I'm looking for something for lunch I can just get one out, leave it to defrost in the morning, microwave to lunchtime, and then I'll have a nice warm lunch.